This video is brought to you by Altium 365, where the world designs electronics, and Octopart, the fastest search engine for electronic parts.
Get a free copy of Altium software using the link provided in the video description. Plus, when you sign up for an Altium Designer free trial, you will get Altium 365 and 25% off discount. Hi guys, so today I'm gonna show you on how to create a schematic and schematic library or schematic symbol using Altium Designer. So I have here a simple circuit and we're going to recreate this using Altium Designer. So here's the Altium Designer, and first you should have a PCB project file. So I'm gonna discuss this in another video on how to create a PCB project file. Once we have a PCB project file, first thing we need to do is to create a schematic library. So to create a schematic library, just click File, New, Library, then Schematic Library. It will look like this, so let's create the resistor first. So let's fill up the properties of the library. The design item ID, it's the identification of the unique component. So let's put here for the meantime resistor, then R for designator, then let's copy the design item ID to comment and description. Then in creating a schematic, we need also to generate the bill of materials. So in order for us to generate a bill of materials, we need to edit the parameters of the library. We need to fill up the class, manufacturer, and manufacturer part number. So let's put here resistor. Then for manufacturer, for example, this component is provided by Panasonic. Then you're going to put here the specific manufacturer part number. So this will be based on the requirement. After we fill up the properties and parameters of the library, we need to save the schematic library. So it will automatically embed it on the hierarchy of your project, and you can view it here in the project panel. So to access again the created library, click the schematic library panel. So here, and sometimes it doesn't appear in the panel. So you can access again by clicking the panels on the lower right, then schematic library. There you can, the display of the schematic library will appear on the screen. So to start creating the library for the resistor, let's place a line. So click place, then line. Then as you can see, it is a broken line. As you can see, the broken line is in freehand mode. So to change the angle, just click space, then space again to explore the other angle mode. Since we need this to be solid line, we're going to access its properties. To access the properties of the line, just press Tab on your keyboard. There you have the properties. You can change the size of the line by clicking the drop down menu to change it by medium, small, and we can also change the color here. Then the line style to be solid. So just click the play button here to continue again the editing. So left click when drawing the line, then right click to end the command. You can also able to see the status of the command here at the lower left of the panel. Next, we're going to draw the slanting line symbol of the resistor. So again, place, then line, then space again, and press Tab to access the properties. Change the color and the line style to solid. So just press space on your keyboard to change the angle mode of the drawing. So for this case, it will automatically snap on the grid. So there you have it. We have the body of the resistor. So all this drawing is only a line object. The important thing you need to note when creating a schematic library is placing a pins. This is the indicator of the actual pins of the actual components. So we can place a pin here at the end of the object. So to place, just click place, then pins. Then we can edit the properties by clicking again the tab on your keyboard. You can also adjust the pin length. And for this case, let's put the name and designator as pin 1. You can also adjust here the designator and the name for custom adjustments. You can also adjust the line width as small or medium depending on your object. So let's align the object we create earlier to align it to the line width of the pin. Then place again the next pin for pin 2 at the other end. So same properties as pin 1. So when placing a pin, make sure that these 3 objects, as you can see there is a dot object at the end of the pin, this should be placed at the outer part of your library. So to rotate it, just click edit, move, then move selection. Click the origin, click anywhere else for the origin, then click space on your keyboard to rotate the object. So same goes in pin number 1. The dot object should be facing the outer side of the component. So move select again the pin. Then press enter on your keyboard to rotate the object. There you have it. Then let's hide for the meantime the pin name. So let's change also the color of the line object we created earlier. So the blue color here is the line object and the black color is the pin. In creating a schematic library, the only object that matters here is the pin. This is where the termination or the connection in the schematic goes. So we're done in creating the resistor. So let's save it and we can view the created library in the schematic library panel. So next is we're going to add another component. We're going to create another library. So to create another library, same again, schematic library panel, just click add. Then there will be a dialog box up here. So we can change directly here the design item ID. So for this case, the next library we're going to create is the LED. So just click OK. Then it will appear here the newly created library. So again, let's fill up the properties of the new library. Then the parameters. In case there is no parameter, you can just add the parameters by clicking this add button. So for this case, let's just put for the meantime specific part number, then class LED, and specific manufacturer. This will be based on the requirement of your schematic. Let's start again the drawing of the new library. So we can also place first the pin at the end of the symbol. So let's just put here the pin 1, designator 1, and the name 1. Then same parameter in resistor, the pin length is 10 mm. Then to access again the properties, just click tab. Then as you can see, the dotted end of the pin is facing at the wrong direction. So let's rotate it by move selection command. So just press spacebar on your keyboard to rotate the object. Now we can add the body of the LED. So just place line. Again, press tab on your keyboard to access the properties. Then you can start drawing the line. We can also do the copy command and paste it to the other side of the symbol. So just select the object, then press Ctrl C, then Ctrl V. Then to rotate it or flip it, just press spacebar on the keyboard. We just can rename this added pin. Just rename it by pin 2. There you have it. Then just set aside it here so we can place the body of the LED. So click place, line, then the angle mode, change the color. The angle mode is on freehand mode, so just press spacebar on your keyboard. Then you can just drag and click the object, then place again a line for the triangle part. So press space to change the angle, then click to end the command, then click to the other end. Then select the pin tool and just move selection, sticking it to the other end of the button. Next, we're going to create the arrow part or the LED.
If
So just copy the arrow, then paste it there we have it. So we're done with the second component, which is the LED. So we're done in creating all the schematic library, and we can view the created libraries here in SCH library panel. As you can see, here's the LED and the resistor. So the next thing, we're going to create the schematic. So to create the schematic, just click File, New, Schematic. So the schematic will appear in the project panel, and just save the project PCB to embed it on your project hierarchy. So just save in the same directory folder. So to place the created library here in the schematic sheet, just go to panel at the lower right, then click for the components. Then here, you can see the created library. So to place the created library, just double click the component. Then there is an idle or waiting component. Then to cancel it, just right click. Then paste again the other component by just double clicking. Next, we're going to put a power port for the ground connection. So to access the power port properties, just press tab. We can change the name here by ground. This will be the net name of the power port. Then we can also adjust the style. So for this case, this will be power ground. It can be circle, it can be arrow. Then next again for the 9-volt supply. So for this example, let's just add a net label. Then let's put here 9 volts for the supply. Then there we have it. We have the complete objects for the circuit. The next thing we need to do is to connect them. So to connect them, we need to put a wire. Click place and add wire. So same in the resistor and LED. Let's add a wire here. Then the connection of LED to ground. So to compare the created schematic, so we have a 9-volt supply, then a resistor and LED connected to the ground. That's all for today's video. I hope you learned from educational engineering. Make sure to subscribe for more updates.